Welcome to the today's physics session. Today we are going to discuss about the potential energy in a string. So this is the second type of potential energy, additional potential energy we already discussed, and potential energy of a spring or elastic potential energy of a spring. Here we are taking the light spring. One end of the light spring is connected to the block and the other end is connected to the rigid wall, and here the block is taken on the smooth horizontal surface. Now at this condition we are not using any external force, so at that position the displacement x is equal to 0. So there is no displacement of the body. Why? Because there we are not using any external force. So whenever we use the external force, the displacement takes place in the system. There internal force comes into play in order to regain its initial position of the system. So that restoring force we call it as the spring force. Here we are not using any external force. That means there is no change in the system. So there is no act of restoring force. That is why spring force F is equal to 0. Coming to the expansion. Here we use the external force so that spring has to expand. So due to the expansion there is a displacement of blocks takes place. X is equal to xm. Due to the application of external force, block displaced from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to xm. So in order to regain its initial position, there is internal forces or restoring forces acts in the negative x-axis. Here in the expansion, F external acts in the positive x-axis and the displacement takes in the positive x-axis only. Coming to the internal forces acts opposite to it. What is the opposition of the positive x-axis? Is negative x-axis. So that is spring force acts in the negative x-axis. The expansion, displacement is acts in the positive x-axis. X is positive and here Fs is negative. Why? Because Fx is in the negative x-axis. And in the case of expansion of spring force is negative and displacement is positive. Coming to the compression, in order to compress this system, we have to use the external force in the negative direction. That is why F external is act in the negative direction, so that the block will displaced in the negative x-axis. Here the block displaced from initial position to the x is equal to xm position. The displacement is from 0 to xm, and the restoring force acts in which direction? The initial position is at this point. Okay, due to the compression it moves in the negative x-axis. In order to regain, the internal forces in the spring should be acts in positive x-axis. So in the compression, Fs is positive and displacement is in negative direction. Coming to the theory, the block attached to a massless spring and resting on a smooth horizontal surface. The other end is attached to the rigid wall. Stretch the spring. There displacement takes place from the initial position x is equal to 0, and stretching is by using the external force. Then a restoring force developed inside the spring is to bring the block to its initial position or normal position. This, if the body moves a distance of x, then their restoring force comes into play to bring it to the normal position. Now that force we call it as the spring force, Fs. For the expansion, Fs is equal to negative and displacement x is equal to positive, and for compression Fs is positive and displacement x is negative. For the ideal spring, the restoring force and displacement are proportional and in opposite direction. See here, for the expansion, due to the external force, displacement in positive x-axis and restoring force in negative x-axis. Okay, so both are anti-parallel and proportional. So how much displacement is takes place proportionally, the restoring force is comes into play. So for the ideal spring, the Fs is proportional to the displacement. For ideal spring, Fs is proportional to x. The proportionality can be replaced by minus k into x. Why? Because Fs and x are anti-parallel. Here Fs is equal to minus kx, we call it as the force law for spring. Also we call it as the Hooke's law. Here k is the force constant and having the units Newton per meter. Okay. K is force constant or spring constant and units for K is Newton per meter. Work done by the spring force when it stretches or compressed from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to xm. Work done by the spring force in expanding from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to xm is Ws. Now Ws is equal to, it is the integration from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to xm. Force here is f of x and dx. Why? Because the force is varies with displacement. So here the spring force are variable force and the spring force is also the example for the conservative force. Conservative force. So that means the elastic force or spring force is the variable force and conservative force also. Here spring force is Fs is equal to minus kx. Now integration of 0 to xm, substitute Fs here. Fs is minus kx into dx. So k is the constant, bring it out, minus k, integration of 0 to x, 0 to xm, x into dx. So integration of x dx is x square by 2. Now minus k into x square by 2, integration from 0 to xm. Now ws is equal to minus k, substitute xm here, xm square by 2 minus 0 square by 2. Okay, minus k xm square by 2. So that is equal to minus 1 by 2 k xm square. Work done by the spring force is minus of k xm square. Work done by the external force. So here the displacement and force are opposite to each other. Fs and x are opposite. So work done by the spring force is negative. Now here the magnitude of Fs is equal to magnitude of F external. Why? Because with how much force we expand or compress the spring, that much force comes into play, that is the spring force. Now the magnitude of spring force is equal to the magnitude of external force, but both are opposite to each other. But Fs is equal to minus F external. So work done by F external is equal to, it becomes positive, is work done by the external force is equal to of k xm square. Why? Because x and F external are in same direction. So this is the work done by the external force. The work done by the spring force in cyclic process. The body, let we take the expansion only. The block is displaced from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to xm, and again it come back to from x is equal to xm to x is equal to 0. So that means the block come back to the initial position. Okay, so let block displaced from initial position xi to final position xf. Okay, then work done is equal to integration of xi to xf and f of x dx. Here it is the spring force. Now integration fs is equal to minus kx, so it becomes minus kx. It is integration from xi to xf into dx. It becomes minus k integration of xi to xf x dx. Now minus k, it is x square by 2 from integration from xi to xf, which is equal to minus k xf square by 2 minus xi square by 2. In displacing from initial position to final position is Ws is equal to minus k xf square by 2 minus into minus plus k xi square by 2. So that implies k xi square by 2 minus k xf square by 2 is the work done by the spring force when the spring is displaced from xi to xf. Now work done by the spring force in moving from xi to xf and xf to xi. Here xi to xf, initial position to final, and again come back to the final to xi. So now the moving from xi to xi, it return back to the initial position. It is a cyclic process. Here is the xi and block moves from here to here. It is xf, again xf to xi. So this is the cyclic work done by the spring force in moving from xi to xi. So meanwhile what it happens, xi to xf, xf to xi. Work done by the spring force is integration of xi to xi fs of x into dx. Now fs of x is minus kx into dx, integration from xi to xi. Minus k integration of x dx is x square by 2. It is from xi to xi. Now minus of k xi square by 2 minus k xi square by 2. So here plus k xi square by 2 minus k xi square by 2 cancel and it gives the 0. The work done by the spring force in moving from xi to xi gives 0. So in the cyclic process or in the cyclic path, the work done by the spring force is 0. So where it is 0 means the work done by the force around the cyclic path is 0 means that force we take it as the conservative force. Now the spring force is the conservative force. So it proved that from this we can say that Fs is conservative force where work done by it around cyclic path is 0. Now let me see the graphical representation for the spring force and the displacement. So plot for spring force and displacement. For the spring force and displacement, we have the relation that Fs is equal to minus Kx. The spring force is acts in positive x-axis. There, the displacement is in negative x-axis. That means both are opposite to each other. Let me see the graphical representation for this and take the spring force on y-axis and the displacement along the x-axis. So this is the positive x-axis and this is negative x-axis. This is positive y-axis and this is negative y-axis. If the Fs is positive, there the displacement is negative. So if here the displacement is negative and positive Fs is here. Let Fs is somewhere here and xm is somewhere here. Okay, maximum displacement of the block is xm. Both are directly proportional. Directly proportional means as x increases and Fs also increases linearly. So the graphical representation for this is a straight line where the Fs is positive and displacement is negative. Coming to here, for the compression, Fs is positive and displacement is negative. So this is the plot for compression. Okay, here Fs is equal to positive and x is equal to negative. Here we have to write minus xm. This is the plot for compression. Now, the area under this graph gives the work done. Why? Because the area under this graph is from here to here. This is the area under this graph. Now, this is like triangle. Now, coming to the area of this graph, let me take this is O, this is A, and here it is B. Okay, triangle OAB, area of triangle OAB is equal to half into base into height. Here what is the base? Half into base is xm, and what is the height here? Here it is the Fs. Okay, Fs. Half into xm into Fs is minus kx minus half into k xm. Here displacement is xm. So k xm square minus half k xm square, half into k xm square. Now Ws is work done by the spring force. We got that minus half into k xm square. Similarly for the expansion also, Fs in the negative y axis and here is the displacement along the positive x axis. Now force and displacement are vary linearly. Now this is the linear graph for the Fs and xm. When the spring is expand, Fs is negative and xm is positive. This is for the expansion. The area under this graph gives the work done. So what is the area under this graph? Area under this graph is CD. Take the triangle OCD. Here the force is Fs and displacement is xm. Now the area of the triangle OCD is equal to half into base into height. What is the base here? OC. OC is xm and what is the height here? CD. So that is Fs. Now the work now half into Fs into xm. Now Fs is equal to minus kxm and work done is equal to minus half into kxm into xm. For expansion, work done is equal to minus half into kxm square. That means area under spring force and displacement gives the work done by the spring force. Area under Fs to displacement curve gives the work done by Fs, that is Ws is equal to minus half k xm square. Force is the conservative force. For in the case of conservative force, the law of conservation of mechanical energy is possible. So let me check that one also. Conservation of mechanical energy in the case of spring force. Work done by the spring force is work done by Fs spring force is equal to minus half into k xm square. Okay, so minus half k xm square. Now work done is equal to negative of potential energy. Now potential energy can be written as potential energy is equal to negative of work done. Okay, minus work done. Now minus half into k xm square, that is equal to half into k xm square. So this is the potential energy of the spring. So the work done is stored as the potential energy, that is U is equal to half k xm square. Now whenever the spring is at steady state, whenever the external force is not applied, there is no spring force. That means the position of the block is at x is equal to 0. That position we call it as the mean position. Okay, in normal condition, there x is equal to 0. That position call it as mean position. Now stretch the spring. If it is the mean position, x is equal to 0. If you stretch the spring, it makes oscillations from mean position. It move maximum displacement. Later it comes to the normal condition or mean position. Again it compressed back. It compressed to the maximum displacement. So there the spring is stretched for xm and come back to 0 and again compressed to xm. So maximum displacement, the position where displacement is x is equal to xm, that position we call it as the extreme position. For the spring we have the, in the stretching case there we have the one extreme position, and in compression case there we have the one extreme position. So the position where x is equal to xm, that we call as, at extreme position we have maximum expansion or maximum compression. If the spring is in, the block is moves in the positive x-axis, there we will get the maximum expansion. If the block is moves in the negative direction, negative x-axis, from the mean position, there we will get the maximum compression. Okay, so at extreme position we have maximum expansion or maximum compression. Maximum expansion or maximum compression at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, we are using the f external, so that it has to move either in positive x-axis or negative x-axis. So that means the block having the velocity, that is maximum velocity at mean position. So at x is equal to 0, that is at mean position, block has to move to extreme position. So velocity is maximum. Velocity maximum means kinetic energy is also maximum. So here velocity is V max, Vm. Here the kinetic energy at mean position is half into, if the mass of the block is m, mass of block is m, then half into Vm square. Kinetic energy at main position is half into m into Vm square. Now the potential energy. Potential energy is equal to half kx square. Here k xm square. Here xm is 0, or simply you can write it as half kx square. Here x is 0. So x is equal to 0. So the potential energy at mean position is 0. Then total energy at x is equal to 0, E0 is equal to kinetic energy at mean position plus potential energy at mean position. Kinetic energy is half into m into Vm square plus potential energy is 0. Now it is equal to half into m into Vm square. E naught is. This is the equation 1. At x is equal to xm. Here x is positive. Why? Because in the expansion x is positive. So at x is equal to positive xm. There, what is the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy at extreme position. So it reaches the maximum displacement. Then the velocity becomes 0 and come back to the mean position. So there the velocity becomes 0 and it takes the maximum displacement. So that means kinetic energy there is 0. Why? Because velocity is 0 at extreme position. So here it is the extreme position. Potential energy at extreme position is half into k into displacement is maximum, that is xm square. Now the total energy at extreme position is E extreme is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Kinetic energy extreme plus potential energy extreme, that is equal to 0 plus half k xm square is equal to half into k xm square. So this is the equation number 2. Now coming to the x is equal to minus xm. Yet x is equal to minus xm. In negative x axis, the extreme position is x is equal to xm minus xm. Here the kinetic energy is 0. Why? Because whenever it reaches the maximum displacement, their velocity becomes 0. At extreme position, velocity is equal to 0. So kinetic energy here is also 0 and potential energy here is half into k into the displacement is minus xm whole square, that gives half into k xm square. So now the total energy at x is equal to minus xm is energy at extreme position is equal to potential energy at extreme position plus kinetic energy at extreme position. Now potential energy is half k xm square plus kinetic energy is 0. Now the total energy is half into k xm square. So this is the equation number 3. Yet x is equal to minus xm. Here it is x is equal to plus xm. Extreme positions, the total mechanical energy is same. Here at normal position, the potential energy is converted into the kinetic energy. Energy at mean position and extreme position in the positive x-axis and extreme position in the negative x-axis is same. Okay, so from here we can say that the total mechanical energy is constant during its motion, but individual conversion of potential energy and kinetic energy takes place. But overall mechanical energy is equal to half into k into xm square. Okay, and at x is equal to 0, there the energy E naught is equal to half into m into Vm square. Here the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, completely converted into kinetic energy. So that is why at mean position the energy is purely kinetic energy, at extreme positions the energy is purely the potential energy. And from here we have half m Vm square is equal to half k xm square. So here half of cancel, mvm square is equal to k xm square. Now Vm square is equal to k xm square by m. Vm is equal to square root of k xm square by m is equal to square root of k by m into xm. Maximum velocity with which the body oscillates in the positive x-axis or in the negative x-axis is that Vm is equal to square root of k by m xm, where the units for k by m is, Vm should have the units meter per second. Here xm is equal to displacement, so units are meters. Now for the square root of k by m, unit should be per second. So let me check. K having the units Newton per meter and mass having the units kg, and the k units becomes kg meter per second power minus 2 by meter. Okay, meter cancel, then kg second power minus 2, here it is kg. Now square root of k is kg second power minus 2 by mass is kg. Now kg cancel, then second power minus 2, it will give the second power minus 1, which is equal to 1 by second. Okay. Square root of k by m having the unit second inverse and xm is having the unit meter, then meter per second, so which is tallying in the dimensional formula also. So dimensional formula for square root of k by m is time inverse. Let me see the graphical representation for conservation of mechanical energy in the case of spring force. We have the total energy E is equal to half into k m square. K is constant and variable is energy forms and the displacement xm. Let me take energy on the y-axis and displacement along the x-axis. Here is the displacement and here is the energy. We know that total energy is half k xm square, but there is a variation between the potential energy and the kinetic energy. Okay, here is the maximum energy E is equal to half into k xm square and x is equal to 0. Here it is the position x is equal to 0. In the positive x-axis the maximum displacement is plus xm. In the negative x-axis maximum displacement is minus xm. Now at x is equal to 0 we have kinetic energy is maximum, which is equal to half into m Vm square. We have the formula that Vm is square root of k by m into xm whole square. From this half into m into k by m xm square, cancel, then half into k xm square. So kinetic energy is equal to half into km x square and potential energy here is 0, and then total energy is kinetic energy only, that is half into k xm square. So kinetic energy is maximum at x is equal to 0. That maximum is that equal to the total energy. Here is the point for kinetic energy. Potential energy at x is equal to 0 is 0. Now at x is equal to plus xm, kinetic energy is 0. Why? Because velocity is 0, but potential energy here is half into k xm square, which is equal to the total energy. Now at x is equal to xm, here is the total energy line. At x is equal to xm, the potential energy is maximum. Here potential energy is maximum, but kinetic energy is somewhere here. X is equal to 0 to x plus xm, kinetic energy from maximum to reach minimum, kinetic energy is equal to 0 here. Here it reaches 0. Similarly, when the block is moved from x is equal to 0 to plus xm, potential energy is 0, it reaches maximum value, that is here it is the half into k xm square. Similarly for the negative xm, at x is equal to minus xm, here also kinetic energy is 0. Why? Because velocity at extreme positions is 0. Now in the negative x-axis also the kinetic energy becomes 0. Here if it is xm minus xm is somewhere here, at this point kinetic energy is 0. Kinetic energy when the block is moved from plus xm to x is equal to 0, from x is equal to 0 to minus xm. So there the variation of kinetic energy takes place from kinetic energy is equal to 0 to kinetic energy maximum to kinetic energy 0. Similarly for the potential energy at x is equal to plus xm, there the potential energy is maximum, it becomes 0 at x is equal to 0, and at x is equal to minus xm, there the potential energy is equal to half into k into x square. So here it is minus xm whole square, that is equal to half into k xm square. It becomes maximum at extreme position. So somewhere here it is. So join this one. I am joining. Here is the potential energy which is equal to the total energy. So this line indicates the total energy line which is equal to half into k into xm square. At mean position, the kinetic energy is equal to total energy which is equal to half kxm square, and at extreme positions there is no kinetic energy. Total energy is the potential energy which is equal to the half into kxm square. Similarly at negative x-axis at extreme position the potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is minimum. At mean position kinetic energy is maximum, velocity is maximum, potential energy is minimum. Coming to the extreme positions, either at positive x-axis or in negative x-axis, either in the compression or expansion, there kinetic energy is minimum and velocity is minimum, potential energy is maximum. Total mechanical energy is constant in the case of spring. That implies the law of conservation of mechanical energy in case of spring force is verified. With this we close the today's physics session. In tomorrow's session we will meet with the few numerals on spring force. Thank you.